I want to get into this Youngster versus Lil Keke. Did you get a chance to watch any of those interviews?
Man, I didn't watch the full interview, but I watched those clips that we put on Spinning the Block podcast. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know they was out. Spinning the Block was on it, and the people in the comments was had a lot to say about Youngster though.
Yeah, man. I felt like I hear where Youngster coming from, Youngstar. I hear where he coming from, but at the same time, Kiki was getting it out the mud when everybody else stopped, like he said on Mike D's podcast. And Kiki was fired up, man. Let me tell you. If y'all ain't seen it, go check out One on One with Mike D with Lil Kiki. And then he also backdoored and went to Donnie Houston's podcast and addressed it a couple of hours after Youngster, you know what I'm saying? But they had all been on the phone with each other. But to my point, what I was saying is, I feel what Youngster's saying in an instance, but bro, you going about it the wrong way, and none of them niggas owe you anything. You know what I'm saying? Because Ro had to go get it back out the mud. He was going through something at Rap a Lot, like Kiki say, when everybody was talking about, the coming down music had died and stuff, he was still going. He say when boys was slanging, or they went on to get trucking jobs, or went out to the plant to get that money. You know what I'm saying? He was still out there slanging his mixtapes. You feel me? And boys was making fun of him. Say he rode that wave all the way through though, and now he reaping the fruits of his labor. And then came back and it's going his way now. Now you feeling like he owe you something because he on Ro went through what he had to go through. Now he on, you know what I'm saying? Them boys went through their trials and tribulations on their own, man. And he never tried to take June 27th from you. As a matter of fact, after all that, y'all really not messing with each other. He still went and told a man on the phone that was trying to get him to do something for June 27th. Now y'all go ahead and throw that to Youngstar and Demo. He ain't even have to do that. He could have just said nah and hung up the phone. But he threw you a bone right there.
Exactly. I feel like I mean, do we got a clip? Do we got the clip? One of them?
I could probably go to Spinning the Block media page and get it, pull it up. Let me see.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. I just was saying like at the end of the day, Youngster, bruh, it's like this show you the prime example of somebody like you started off at the same time. Y'all both was on a hit. Everybody liked his verse. You know what I'm saying? He the one that was beating down. It was the one. Which one was Youngster's part? It was the one that everybody liked. I know that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, Kiki is the Don and all that, but bro, even bro, you gotta get out there. You gotta push your own stuff, man. Like you gotta reinvent yourself. You see Kurt Cobain coming out with a new style right now. You got to reinvent yourself. Houston going, you know what I'm saying, gonna hold you down for what you done, but you also got to come through and get them boys something else to fixate on for a little bit. What I'm saying, but you know what? You know what I'm saying, what dude used to do in the past, but youngster, I feel like we ain't heard nothing from him since that back in the day. At least Kiki stayed relevant. He's
Exactly.
on 979 the box. You know what I'm saying? Everybody sample his stuff. Kiki is relevant. Kiki is still new to us. You know what I'm saying? It's like youngster, you done fell off. You being recognized for something that we didn't know back in the early 2000s. You got to reinvent yourself and still live off the legend stuff, but come through with something new.
And then it wasn't all this
And then it wasn't
until,
all
man, people
this.
been people been celebrating June 27th for what, 15, 20 years now. I mean, doing it big, like, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't doing all that until the Astros started getting into it, until the Texans started getting into it. Now you want your just do. Now you want your shine for being on June 27th when you could have came out and been said something about it. You know what I'm saying? You could have came out and been said something about
I mean, but
not being invited to Screwfest and stuff like that. You know?
I mean, at the same time, the type of dude he is, he don't want to stir up no trouble about not being invited to Screwfest. But at the same time, sometimes you gotta talk your shit. Like Kanye gotta pop his shit. You gotta remind people your greatness. You gotta be like, hey, y'all invite Yungstar to the Screwfest. You know what I'm saying? You gotta talk your shit, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You can't be nah, them niggas hating, because sometimes you could just fizzle out and they like, hey, maybe Youngstar don't want to come out here. Maybe Youngstar ain't. I ain't seen them in the club. I ain't seen them in these streets.
But no, but that's what I'm saying though.
In
I
my
mean,
opinion,
look, they reaching out to Keke to come to June 27th. They reaching out to Zero to come to June. Actually, they wasn't even reaching out to Ro. Keke was the main one that they was reaching out to, and then a couple of more people. I forgot who he said. You know what I'm saying? But he said like it was the same thing over and over. And Keke was like, "Shit, I was paying niggas out my pocket. Like I would go get Lil O. I'll go get Mike D and pay them niggas out of my pocket." And I guess that's why Youngster thought he was the promoter. But it's actually ran by some other people. You know what I'm saying? So first, you
man,
need to get
yeah,
your facts straight. Then second, you need to go and tell them people, look, man, I'm really the one that's on the tape. You know what I'm saying? Me and Big Pokey. So why we not getting booked? I just felt like
nah, for real. I mean,
I just felt like I know he was trying to say, I need my just due because I'm the one that's on this tape. I'm the one that made it hot or whatever, him and Big Pokey, because that's like the biggest screw tape of all time. But at the same time, Kiki is what kept the screwed up click relevant. He kept it going. When y'all niggas wasn't rapping, he kept it going. He said Big Pokey didn't rap for 10 years, and that was his best friend. You know what I'm saying? Big Hawk died. Fat Pat had died. Big Mo dead. He was the only one that was keeping that SUC alive. He was the one that was keeping Houston culture alive, man.
yeah, man. Young. At the end of the day, I feel like this is an opportunity for Youngster to go ahead, get back in the studio. His name back in the people's mouths. You know what I'm saying? He out there like kind of like how Jim Jones was out there with Nas. Go and get out there, and now you talking about it, eyeballs on what you gonna do, because you can't cry about it. Now you gotta be about it.
And then at the same time, all right, since we good with that topic, this is kind of a subtopic of that topic. Is do you think Houston needs a new sound? And what do you think about people saying that, like Youngstar was saying that Kiki was gatekeeping? Like, do you feel like there's gatekeepers in Houston?
I mean, it's gotta be gatekeepers in every culture. You can't just whip out the information to randoms. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're out there seeking, you doing an action, the information gonna come to you naturally. So I feel like gatekeeping is just a natural process to keep the process authentic. But now now when you're using a derogatory, like I'm doing all that, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and you still ain't giving me the resources, I don't think that's what Kiki doing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like youngster just ain't got even no new material. He ain't got no new nothing popping other than this interview that they bringing up. What can you do for him? You know what I'm saying? If you ain't gonna help yourself, it's hard for me to help you. Yeah, we got hits. We didn't done those shows 1,000 times. I'm still doing them because it's some new relevancy to me. Paul Wall still doing them because it's some new relevancy to him. It's just like, come on, youngster, make yourself more relevant, bruh. But anyways, do we need a new sound? I don't think so. Everybody been taking our sound since ASAP Rocky when he first came out, Drake when he first came out. The sound can be twisted and turned so many different ways. I don't think we need a new sound. I feel like we just I don't know. The sound is just so authentic. We screwed up to the death, baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's gonna be no new sound. It don't need to be no new sound. But I mean, Travis Scott, he ain't really too much on the H Town sound. So at the same time, we're very eclectic with our sound. But that one thing that y'all know is for that screwed up, it ain't going nowhere. And I mean, because if not, Cali gonna take it. Somebody gonna take it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah, definitely. And the culture was made by that sound. That's what makes Houston culture. And I don't think it's dead because people still riding slabs. Everything that these boys talking about, in their music still is still happening in H Town. You got, you know what I'm saying, a
Oh yeah,
slab Sunday. Everybody still riding swingers. Everybody still, you know, coming down candy paint, um, leather interior, all that. You know what I'm saying? Pop trunk, all that. So it's still relevant. Where is it dead at? If that's Houston culture. So how the fuck do we need a new sound? That sound is what define this city, man.
yeah. If you whip that sound right now, if you whip it right, you could become a millionaire off of that sound. You know what I'm saying? Slim Thug ain't got to do much more than what Slim Thug do, and he's still gonna be comfortable off that sound. That sound, it ain't going nowhere. And I mean, even when Bryson Tiller came out, he kind of had that. Everybody thought he was from H Town because of just that sound. It wasn't everything wasn't screwed up. It's just that vibe, that slow, that it's just that H Town feel, and you know what it is. And it ain't going nowhere. It's in the culture. It's part of the culture, man.
Nah, no doubt. And the change that'll be like changing Houston culture. And I don't mind these new niggas doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see these new artists on a new wave or whatever. But Houston culture, that's ingrained in this city, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's what it's always gonna be. That's what it always should be anyway. And anybody who talking about changing it, yeah, you could go somewhere else with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go to New York if you want a different sound or something, man. And as far as gatekeeping, let me speak on that. As far as gatekeeping, I don't really think it's any gatekeepers in there. Now I do think it's certain people that only certain people deal with. Like the reason the reason these artists like Kiki and Slim Thug and all the rest of the, from the Swisher House to the SUC is getting this notoriety right now with these organizations like the Texans and the Astros is because of Bun B. Bun B
Exactly.
has put down relationships with these people that open doors, like the Houston Rodeo. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't letting
Mm-hmm.
rappers come in at the Houston Rodeo till Bun did it, and now people in the city upset with Bun because they feel like he ain't letting the new rappers come in. This man just barely kicked down the door. Y'all got to give him some time. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
yeah,
talk to yeah.
a lot of these doors are opening because of Bun B, and I don't think that he gets the respect or the clout for making this happen because these doors, like Houston Rockets, Texans bringing them on the field, the Astros doing these collaborations with Powwow and things like that, that shit wouldn't be happening without Bun, man.
Nah, and that's straight facts. I mean, you couldn't have said it better than that, bro. Bun came through. He's showing the boys how to network, how to take it beyond the pettiness, the clubs, the arenas. Now we getting into the actual fabric of H Town. You know what I'm saying? We get into the rodeo. That's all cultures right there. And they want it so much. It's happening. It's about to be his fifth year in a row. You know what I'm saying? Bun is showing H Town how to move, and people that's spitting on his name or just talking about like, hey, let the new rapper shine. New rappers, you got to get some more clout before you just get on this big stage. This stage wasn't just handed to nobody. You know what I'm saying? So if you're doing your thing, yeah, you can get on it. Like OT did it one time. That girl Lele did it one time. You know what I'm saying? They was hot. OT went platinum that year. Lele
Yeah,
had a TV show. They hot. They
yeah.
doing something. You can't just be hot underground and expect to get that stage. You know what I'm saying? Mess with Bun on some other time. But the culture, Bun definitely showing people how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bun.
Already. Shout out to
Living
Bun
legend.
B, man. Shout out to Bearded Conversations in the chat. Like he said, y'all hit that when y'all come in, man. Y'all hit that like button for us. You know what I'm saying? Put us up in the algorithm.